Hey guys, it's Lisette here. In today's video, we're doing another girl talk video, and in today's video, we're talking about the truth about friendships and relationships. Basically, just advice that I'm gonna give you guys on these topics. I get a lot of questions in my DMs and in my emails, so I just wanted to make a video about it and just give you guys my advice and opinions. I would also like to give a huge thank you to Grownish, which is Freeform's new series, for partnering with me in this video. Yara Shahidi, she plays Zoe, which is basically like a 17-year-old girl who goes up to college and everything just doesn't go her way. So, I mean, that's kind of relates to this whole girl talk because sometimes things just don't go your way and sometimes things just aren't the best, but you have to learn how to conquer it and you have to learn how to get through it. I don't know if you guys have heard of that show Blackish, but I love that show. It's so funny. So Grownish is a spin-off from Blackish. I also want to just let you guys know that on Freeform, 8/7 Central, January 3rd, you can catch the 1-hour premiere of Grownish on TV. So now we're going on to the topic of friends. The best thing to know about a friend is to know if they're a true friend. True friends are sometimes hard to figure out because there's a lot of toxic people that come into your life that you think that are your friend, but at the same time, they're kind of like a frenemy. They're like people that want to be close to you because they want to be around you if you're succeeding. They want to be around you if you're doing this, but then they also want to be around you when you fail because they like that. So it's like, what's a true friend? To me, a true friend is someone who is there for you when you need them, but it also goes both ways. You have to be there for them when they need you. They're there for you during the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows. You feel like you're being drained. You know, they're not really pumping you up. Instead, you kind of feel like they're bringing you down. That's how you know someone's not a true friend and that they're more on the toxic level. Something also that I think is a characteristic of a toxic friend is someone who just takes, you know, help me with this, I need your help, I need you to do this for me, can you do this for me? And it could be the littlest things. Then when it comes down to it and you need their help, something really simple, they just never have your back or they never have time for you. You're not a priority in their life, but they're a priority in yours. And something that I also learned about friendship is that friends come and go. I used to think that I would be friends with someone just because I was friends with them for 10 years, but that's not the case. I got this one piece of advice before and it really was like probably the best thing that I've ever heard. When it comes to relationships, whether that be romantic, whether that be friendships, whether that be anything, some people are seasonal. And what that means is that, you know, you may be going through something and someone comes into your life and they use you and you use them in a healthy way. You learn things from them, they learn things from you. And once the season's over, it's time for the chapter to close. And that person either leaves, you guys don't talk anymore, or you guys just drift apart. With romantic relationships, that's how I look at it. This person just happened to be seasonal. This person came into my life. They shined light in my life for a minute. They helped me with something. I helped them with something. They helped me grow as a person. I learned this from them, but they're seasonal. So it's time for the next season and it's time for new people and it's time for new experiences and it's just time for new things. I also want to briefly mention like guys in texting, like when we're on the topic of relationships. If a guy only texts you past like 12 a.m., that's when you gotta go. I'm just letting you know that a guy does not have pure intentions if all he does is text you past 12 a.m. He doesn't text you during the day, he doesn't text you during the normal hours, but he only texts you 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Hey, what are you up to? What are you doing? That just makes you kind of go, to me, that's a user. To me, that's someone that's a user. That's someone that doesn't have pure intentions. That's also someone that doesn't really truly care about who you are as a person. Because if they can only hit you up late at night, during the twilight hours, then that's when you know that they're up to no good. I know we've all had someone in our life that just like barely texts back. If someone likes you and if someone has interest in you, someone wants to be your friend, someone wants to talk to you on a romantic level, they're gonna text you back. Like they're really gonna, it's honestly that simple, they're gonna text you back. If you have a friend or you have someone in your life that doesn't really communicate with you like through texting or calling, you know, you text them, they take days to respond, like this person doesn't consider you a priority. It's really that simple. We live in the age of social media. We all have cell phones. We get notifications as soon as the text comes up. Like as soon as you get the text, most likely like 80% of the time you're reading it and you just respond a little bit later because you're busy, or maybe you just don't want to respond right away. People see your messages, and if they're choosing not to respond to you, they're not really interested. People can absolutely be busy, and people can have a life, and people can do all that. That's great. But when it comes down to it, someone's frequently like not really texting you back or responding, this person doesn't consider you a high priority. I also get asked a lot from you guys, like through my DMs and through emails and all of that, how to know if someone's the one. Whenever someone just clicks with you and you feel good energy from them and you just get good vibes, that's what I would say you know someone is the one. I also feel like it's hard to say that in life you have like a perfect match, like someone's an absolute perfect match, because I feel as people, we aren't perfect people, we aren't perfect humans. I feel like in life, it's all about balance, and it's all about finding someone who matches your energy and matches your personality. You feel really good when you're around that person. You feel like you can just be yourself, you feel totally free, and that's something that I think is really important when you're with someone. You just want to feel comfortable and you want to feel safe and like you really can trust this person. That kind of goes into the topic of knowing if someone's right for you. Like if you feel yourself struggling to be around this person, or you're just like, oh, they're so cute and you know they're so attractive, or they have such a nice body, you know, but like you're with them and they're just really boring and you're just sitting there and you're like, you should never feel like you have to settle for someone just because you know, you don't think you're gonna get anyone else, or maybe this is the best person that you can get. Like, you should never set yourself short like that, because it's not true. And you should never feel like, oh, well, I have to be with this guy because he's the most attractive guy that's ever approached me, or anything like that, because that's not healthy. So this guy was dating, I was dating him for a good, I want to say 8 months, and everything was good. He was really cool, he was really sweet, spontaneous, fun. It was all of that. A huge issue that we had is that we were long distance. We saw each other frequently, but it was just hard to see each other when someone's just not right there, you know? We got to this crossroads where we were like, okay, well, you're not moving to me and I'm not moving to you. Not being able to see each other and just do this is really hard. He called me and he basically was just telling me how he thinks that we should end things and what was wrong in the relationship and what he didn't like about it and why he was like really set on not talking anymore and not being together. It honestly hit me really hard. It was just such a shock. I didn't know what to say or what to do. I just kind of took it and I just kind of swallowed it and was like, okay, all right, this guy doesn't want to talk to me anymore. This guy doesn't like me anymore, or whatever. He just doesn't want me to be in his life anymore. And it was just kind of like a slap in the face, basically, for the next 2 weeks. I was super, super depressed. Probably one of the lowest points of my life. I was super, super depressed, like stuck in the bed, unable to get up, like nothing would get me out of the bed. I got through those 2 weeks and there was light at the end of the tunnel. I wanted to tell you guys this story because it's like, I want you guys to know that things that you can do to just get through it faster is to let people into your life to help you. Like, I was pushing people away, like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. But once I started to, you know, get up and like go to the movies with my sisters and hang out with my family and hang out with my friends, then that's when the pain started to lift. So you just have to allow yourself to be helped. It's also good to be around people that you can just be vulnerable with. Maybe you have a best friend that you can just cry to and just tell her or him like everything that happened and they can just hear you out. Sometimes it's just good to have someone there that you can have listened to you. Like, sometimes people just need to be listened to. So that's basically how I got through it. And honestly, time does heal everything. Time heals everything. It's good to just let the feelings out, just let it flow, and then eventually over time you will heal. Well, that's the end of this video. I hope that you guys liked it and that you enjoyed it. Please leave your comments down below if you have any advice that we can all read and we can all learn from each other. Please make sure to give me a thumbs up. And don't forget that Freeform has their 1-hour premiere, 8/7 Central. On January 3rd, it's the show Grownish, and it's gonna be amazing, so make sure that you tune in to watch. More information will be in the DB in the description box down below, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time.